Hey guys, welcome back to the Mets franchise. I appreciate you guys commenting on my last video. Shout out to the person who commented, said I hadn't uploaded in 2 months. That comment means a lot. I appreciate you. Looking forward to this series. Anyway, we're back though. We're going to be back on a more consistent basis. I promise you, okay? So anyway, here we are. We're in the month of July. All-Star break, trade deadline coming up. We're 42 and 43. We're struggling, so not good. In the wild card race, I mean, we're basically out of the division. In the wild card race, we're 4.5 back, but we got 1, 2, 3, and with the tiebreaker, 4 teams ahead of us, and we're 4.5 out. The good news is we're like a game and a half from all those teams. We're at the same record or game from all those teams that are on the outside looking in. But it's not looking good. We're going to look at the lineup, see how everyone's doing. And the lineup's not really the problem. I mean, Brandon Nimmo's 277, 14 home runs and 48. Very good for the leadoff spot. Lindor's batting only 241. He's got 10 homers, 28 RBIs. Not great. Not really great. His stats aren't doing too great either. 87 overall, but his hitting stats really aren't that good. Pete Alonso in his walk year, he's only batting 235, 15 bombs, 42 RBIs. I mean, I still think he's one of the best hitters, and he puts up the best production numbers definitely on this team. So do we sign him? Do we sell him at the deadline? Like, what do we do? I need some help on that. We'll see where we are at the end of this episode. I'm not going to sim through the trade deadline, so we'll make a decision based on where we are there. Francisco Alvarez, he's growing. That's all you can ask for. He's 99 power versus righty. He's not going anywhere. One of the best hitting catchers in this game, 223. Average is pretty low, but he's doing okay. Randall Grichuk, a guy we signed in the offseason, just kind of, we thought he'd maybe be a platoon bat against lefties or something. He's playing every day now. He's hitting 287 with 12 homers, 43 RBIs. He's actually our best hitter so far all around this season. Jeff McNeil, he's got that average up to 280. That's really all his job is to do, is to hit for a high average. I would bat him up in the order if I trusted him more. I just don't, so he's there. Starling Marte, he's got one more year after this. Can't wait to get rid of him. Makes too much money for what he is. He's not great, but hey, 276 is not bad for him. Ryan Mauricio, he took over our everyday second baseman job. I didn't expect much from him this year. I just kind of expected him to grow and not be too bad, and he's done about what you'd expect. 219, 7 home runs, 30 RBIs. It's not terrible. He's growing, only 68 overall. And then Mark Vientos, who really only plays against lefties. He's in there every day now to grow, even though Luis Guillermo is probably better against righties. But I want Mark Vientos to grow while he can, because Brett Baty is out for the whole season. We'll cover that in a second, if you guys forgot that. Let's look at our pitching. Here's the real problem. Julio Urias is a 5.01 ERA. We signed him to a lot of money this offseason, and he is not performing like an ace should. Neither is Kodai Senga. 5.68, just keeps getting worse for this Mets pitching rotation. Our first 2 starters have a combined ERA over 10. That's insane. David Peterson, his 4.61 ERA looks phenomenal compared to the first 2, and that's not even that good. But, you know, he's doing his thing. 4.61. I can't even complain, because look at this. It only gets worse. 6.42 from Jose Quintana. He's definitely getting designated for assignment soon. I'm just going to keep him at least to the trade deadline until I figure out what we're doing, buying or selling or whatever. But I can't even sell him on his last year of his contract because he's so bad. Tyler McGill, he's actually doing the best out of everyone. 3.38. We would take that from anyone on the pitching rotation, but I have it from our 5th starter. Is pretty good. So pitching's obviously a problem we need to address either in the offseason or at the trade deadline if we do decide to go for it, depending how this month of July goes. A bullpen actually hasn't been too bad. We got Lamet, who's only in there for another few games probably, because we got someone coming back from injury. Brooks Raley, Adam Ottavino, these guys aren't doing too bad. Reynaldo Lopez, who we signed, who's doing pretty good, 3.32 and 40.2 innings. John Curtis, one of our best relievers, sub-3 ERA and 46 and 2/3 innings. Blake Trinan's doing great in the setup role, 2.77 ERA. And Edwin Diaz, now that we got him back, he was injured obviously all last year, which would have been this year in real life. He's doing good, 2.28 ERA for our closer. Now, what I was talking about with injuries, just in case you guys forgot, Brett Baty, however you say it, tore his Achilles earlier in the season. He's out for the whole year, and he was doing pretty solid too. He's got that A potential, I think 78 overall. So he was supposed to be one of our bright spots in the lineup. unfortunately, out for the whole season. Phil Bickford, who has a sub-1 ERA, will be back in a couple days, so he'll be back during this episode as well. Let's jump into it. We're playing the Yanks in Yankee Stadium. They're doing worse than us, 42-46. So they played 3 more games than us and lost all 3 of those extra ones. So not great for the Yankees. Sad to see them doing so bad. Anyway, we're going up against Domingo Germán. He's going to lead off walk for Brandon Nimmo. Next batter is going to be Francisco Lindor, and he rips one into right field. No doubt home run. We're getting going early against Domingo Germán. Lead off walk is never good. Francisco Lindor turns that into a 2-run shot. It's a 2-run inning in the first. For us, we do have Julio Urias on the mound, who we spent time talking about, so I won't say it again, but he needs a good start here to get that ERA back, at least starting with a 4. I mean, my goodness. Gets Peraza to strike out, gets Dominguez to strike out in the first. He's cruising along. Aaron Judge gets him looking on the inside corner. I guess he didn't like that call, but that was in there. Strike 3. In the third, we got first and second, no out. Domingo Germán still has a walking problem. He walks Pete Alonso, bases loaded, no out. For Francisco Alvarez, walks him too, walks in a run, 3-0 Mets as Nimmo comes in to score. Next batter, Randall Grichuk up. Our best hitter, like we said, bases loaded, no out. He's going to hit one hard in the gap, but this looked like it could be caught by the center fielder. I don't know who that is out there. Dives can't make the play. We had all slow runners on the base path, and Grichuk was already going for 2, and just bad base running all around, but no speed. Pete Alonso gets thrown out. We'd actually end up only scoring that 1 with the bases loaded, no out. Well, 2, concluding the walk. Anyway, Urias getting out of a jam. We're going all the way ahead into the 7th now. Still 4-0. Mets, Jason Dominguez, he's going to rip one down the right field line, go the opposite way for a leadoff double. We decided to leave Julio Urias in there, try to get this through the 7th. He strikes out Aaron Judge on a nice changeup. Next batter, Spencer Steer, who went to the Yankees. He strikes out swinging on a fastball. I believe that's at 91 miles an hour. So his velocity dropped a lot as he got tired, but he gets out of 7 shutout innings as he gets Higashioka to ground out to Vientos. So good start from Urias. The ERA now starts with a 4. So it was better than what it was. As we'll win this one 4-0. Reynaldo Lopez finishes off Jason Dominguez to win this one as we're going back to our 500 ways. We're going to jump ahead a couple weeks later. This is after the All-Star break. I didn't show anything because, well, I don't think anyone even made it. And if they did, who cares? We're doing bad. 49-47, so we're 2 games over 500 now. Kodai Senga on the mound. ERA still in the 5, so we need a good start from him. We're going up against Nick Lodolo, who's even worse, dang near 6 ERA for the young lefty. The first highlight of this game is going to be in the 3rd. Nick Senzel is going to take a hanging slider into the left field seats. 1-0 Reds in the 3rd as he goes deep for his 10th time this year, and Kodai Senga starting to worry a little bit that he might not have a good start again, but we'll see. Hopefully he'll bounce back from that. In the 3rd, it's in the bottom half, it's Francisco Lindor. He hits another no-doubt home run. Where's this one going? Oh, into the second deck for Francisco Lindor. 2nd home run of the episode, is 13th of the season. So he is starting to heat up. Francisco Alvarez, we're all the way into the 5th now, still 3-1. 2 on, 1 out, and he gets a hanging off-speed pitch and absolutely blast. I don't know if you can see it from the video, but it did go into the second deck again. Another no-doubt homer for the Mets, this time a 3-run shot, and that's going to bust the game wide open. Number 16 for Francisco Alvarez, 6-1. And the last highlight of this one is still going to be Francisco Alvarez. He's going to hit a base hit up the middle. Runners were going on the 3-2 count, so he'll get another RBI in this game. 7-1. Would be how this game would end, as the Reds had something going in the 9th, but Adam Ottavino shuts that down. 7-1, so we win both games in this episode. Only 2 because I want to stop here and get to the trade deadline. So see where we are. Here we go. Trade deadline. I'm not going to sim through this because I want to know what you guys think we should do. So comment below. Do we, well, we got multiple. We'll go over it. Do we buy? Do we sell? We're 54-54, exactly 500. We'll go into the standings in a second, but there's no way we're catching the Braves. We understand that. We're 9 out of the division, which, you know, 4th place, 9 out. No chance to get the division. I understand that. And then the wild card, we're pretty much in the same spot we were at the start of the episode. 4.5 games out again with a couple of teams ahead of us, at least 4 teams ahead of us. So it's going to be tough. But let me know what you guys think. Should we start? We don't really have anything to sell. Basically, what I'm asking is, do we trade Pete Alonso and get some prospects in return for him, and we could still try to sign him back in free agency? I want to sign him because I don't think hitters like Pete Alonso are easy to come by. Obviously, they're not. So, and money's not a problem for the New York Mets and for us. So, I don't mind. I want to sign him back this offseason and keep going. It's not going to change my plans. But if we do trade him at the deadline, we'll have more prospects to trade for other players or to use them. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Either trade Pete Alonso, buy and just start trading all my prospects I have to try to make a run at this now, or kind of just hold pat. Let this season run its course. We'll probably won't make it. Maybe we'll sneak in, and then we'll really get to work in the offseason. I think I'm down with option 3, but let me know. I'll get the next video out in a couple days after I see some comments. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you in the next one soon. Thanks.